Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're at a very tragic spot here on the server, a place where Scar met his demise in a pool of fire and lava, and it was quite tragic. And you can even see the desperate attempts of trying to block the lava that Scar attempted before he met his fate here in the burning fires of the Nether. I lost all my stuff helping out at the competition here to see how many blocks that we can. Oh no, you can't shoot me. That's insult on an injury. Jeez Louise. Anyway, as you can see, I was working on it, getting around 20,000 blocks mined, and I hit a terrible spot, and I knocked out a couple blocks of lava, and yeah, couldn't escape it. Lost all my stuff. So yeah, we're at a bit of a disadvantage here at the moment, but Captain Jack has sent me a message and said there is something for me at... Come on now! That is cruel! Okay, that's it. I'm just done with the Nether. Right now, this is it. I'm done. Okay, well, I was hoping you'd just kill me and I'd just be rid of this place. Yeah, thank you. Here we go. A little harder next time. Hit me one more time. Come on! Hit me! Hit one more time! Come on! I'm done with you, Nether! I want you to be gone in my life! I want to be freed from this wretched place! Thank you! We ended up back here at ConCorp Country Club. And that means we're gonna still have to go through the Nether to get to the volcano. Finally free of the Nether and back from the country club. And I can even sense Vex magic, and there it is. Whoa, what in the world? What in the world is going on down here? Oh man, today has just been a series of misfortunate events here. Okay, we'll place that down. I don't know what was going on with that haunted boat, but I like the smell of this. Right here is some Vex magic. Now, is there supposed to be like a chest of wonders? Something was sent here to help me out with my loss, but I don't see anything. By the way, that is the ConCorp logo that Cub worked on, and it's amazing, but I'm gonna break it here. No. So it looks like we're gonna have to break this manually. Thanks, Captain Jack. You never wanna make things 100% easy for poor Scar. And there we are. Oh my gosh, Captain Jack. The most generous of pirates, the most generous of convicts. Oh my gosh, can we go send Cub? And speaking of Cub, here he is. Thank you, Cub. Like, this is unbelievable. I mean, Captain Jack, jeez Louise. Man, I'm throwing Captain Jack under the bus here. It feels good to have the Vex wings beneath us, flying through the air over the shopping district, smelling the sweet smell of diamonds down below. Looking super fancy. This place is just absolutely unbelievable the way it is shaping up. But as you guys know, the Vexes are very generous creatures here at ConCorp. And for all of our employees, we gave them extended time for the holiday of Thanksgiving. So they're able to enjoy the time with their families and take that much needed rest. That right there is a beautiful green head. And we're going to swipe that. Looking super fancy after our tragic losses, which we'll talk about a little bit later in today's episode once we get to our main project. But anyway, so the Vexes have been on vacation and not maintaining the shops. And I've gotten some messages saying, oh my gosh, I have like Grian vision today. Look at the size of that head right there. Man, all right, we are well on track for getting a very successful Grian hunt today. Beautiful. First stop we're going to take a look at is Cherry, because I've heard this place is out of stock and is completely trashed. So first thing we need to do, we need to get rid of the Kill Tango event in the front. We need to clean the chair. We need to clean the cherry, and we'll just slide in here and take that Grian head looking super fancy. Grab that one, beautiful. And I was gonna mention we gotta fix the floor. But just down below, we've got a Grian head. Nice, there we go. We're up to 4, beautiful. And this is what I've been told. This place has been ravaged. It's like Black Friday went on here. Look at this, somebody stole the display model. I don't even remember what this was. Like, this was a comparator, but what was its name? Like, here's the Cherry Premium keyboard, but was that the Cherry Premium mouse? I can't remember. And there's the iHappy Pro and iSurprise Air, and of course the iGrumpy Pro, looking super fancy. And it looks like we're going to need to restock these things. But guys, you can't steal the display models. Like, that's improper. It's good to be back on Undercut, and I do know that there is a book been left to us by Rendog. So we'll have to take a look at that in a little bit. And I presume, yes, everything has been sold out here, and it looks like we have made another serious profit. It's good to be back from our ConCorp holiday vacation. And yeah, look at all the riches that are awaiting us. Now, Cub has told me all the profits in here are mine. Like, this is some serious diamond action right there. So I'm going to take that. And then, of course, we're going to split this up for Cub. There we are. And then, yeah, wow, that is a lot of diamonds. I think these are mine too. We put these in there. I'm pretty sure that was some extra for the ConCorp Country Club prizes. That was from Cherry. So there we go. Look at those diamonds. Those are so shiny and so beautiful. Once we get fully back up and operating, we can fill these chests to the brim and it'll be absolutely wonderful. But at least we got some stock for the hermits, and now let's go fix up Cherry. It's nice to see the shop back to its former glory, and of course, I could not get rid of Tanko quite yet, so we're gonna leave him here for just a little bit longer. And we've got the giant cherry fixed back up, we're getting the displays fixed, and of course, we have our display models cleaned and ready to roll. Now, I don't have the shop fully stocked yet, and that's because it takes a long time to get all the materials to fully restock, so we'll do that in our next episode. But we'll be off now to find out what Ren has left us. I think we've found this little prize here from Ren Dog. So for Scar, I haven't opened this yet. I'm kind of excited. What do we got here? So jelly hype. That's right. I want to see it in the comments. Hashtag jelly hype. What do we have? That's a lot of gravel. Oh my, I like that. And I like that a lot because that can become coarse dirt. Now, why is he given this? Now, I showered diamonds on him like 2 weeks ago when he was building big rocks or whatever that is over there. You know, it's like rock shop. And I was like, you need to sell gravel. I'm showering you diamonds. Please, please need the stuff. So he did send it. But what is the deal with this peace proposal? Dear Scar, I think it's time we find a diplomatic solution to the gridlock war of 2018. Think of all the amazing creations we could be making instead of spending hours each week falling trees and digging up diamonds. Okay, please find attached to this peace proposal 2 double chests of gravel, and I appreciate that. I know you need a lot of this stuff. I do. This is a gift to you from Big Rocks Incorporated, and now my proposal. Big Rocks Incorporated will provide you with 5 big rock vouchers if you agree to stop trading logs from here on out. Oh my. I see what you're doing. I see it. Okay. Each of these vouchers can be redeemed at any time for a double chest of gravel or any other rock type. If you accept this armistice, place 4 convex flags on the highest tower of Grand Central Station by this Friday, and your vouchers will be delivered to the boat the very next day. I hope we can find a peace and a few more hours each week between our 2 great corporations. Okay. I see what he's doing here. I see he's trying to take the high horse, right? He's trying to take the high horse, even though he's the one who has infested logs and he overcharges the hermits. Yep. We're not going to play that game. All right. I don't know about this business proposal. I feel like we can do much, much better. I may have a plan on how to proceed, but we'll get to that in a little while because I want to get to some building and I want to show you what I've worked on in our last episode, as today has been wild between losing all of our stuff and getting it back from Captain Jack and repairing all of our old stores that were looking a little bit shabby, but we're here at the ConCorp Country Club and it is looking super snazzy around here with its brand new landscaping. Still haven't found a swamp yet, by the way, for my orchids, but I will find it eventually. But what we're going to be working on today is the amenities of the club. Swimming pools, tennis courts, and all sorts of wonderful things. So I'm very excited about that. And of course, finishing off all the pathways here in the back that will lead up to the portal. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting tennis courts on one end over here and then a pool on the other end. So I think that'll look really, really fantastic. And I'd also like to make some golf carts. Now, a super awesome Scarian out there sent me a golf cart design on a stream and I was so excited about it, right? I was like, oh, this is perfect. But then the jelly happened. And my Twitter absolutely blew up and I lost that image. So I'm going to do my best to try to find it or create my own, but I really want to find that one because it was absolutely beautiful, but I don't remember how it looked. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you guys have good golf cart designs, shoot them my way. I'd love to take a look at them. But yeah, I'm excited to get building today. So what we're going to need is a lot of different colored hardened clays to make a proper regulation tennis courts over here. And of course, we need to start brainstorming all of the different pool designs that we can build on this side. So there is kind of a recreational pool or maybe a lap pool. We'll see how it goes. After a lot of flying around and doing my classic Minecraft stare, which is just staring at a build for like 20 minutes and not moving, I think I have some ideas on how to proceed. It's just going to require a whole lot of resources that I don't have at the moment. So we need to buy. Hello there, friend. Hello there, little rabbit. How are you? You good? Okay. All right. Well, I'm talking with the Scarians, but I'll be with you shortly. Anyway, guys, as I was saying, I'm going to head off and see if I can buy some quartz, go harvest some quartz. That means going back to the nether and getting some materials for the tennis courts. So I'm really happy because I have a solid plan now. Working on a layout for our first build here, which is the tennis court. So this dirt line will represent kind of a little staging area in between the two courses. We're going to do one on this side, one on the other, and maybe some bleachers across here, which I think will look really nice. But what we need to do is we need to connect our decking to this area. So this, of course, is our deck, and I want to bring that now all the way across, so then you can leave the clubhouse and then walk around and then into the tennis courts. The next thing we need to do is find a way down from here to there so we can make our way to the green, of course. So we'll start working here now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go right off of here. And I might extend it out just like by like one block. Let me grab myself just a little bit of dirt. Beautiful. Oh, dirt, you're always there for me. There we go. And we'll do that once again. So we'll just work on bringing these guys outwards here. We'll do like a nice gentle slope down by a spacings of 2. And then, of course, oops, a little premature on that one. There we go. Looking super sweet. And then we'll do this one like so. And yeah, this will look fantastic once we have this done. And like I said, it'll meet parallel with the one on the other side because the decks meet exactly. You know, I got nothing for you, my friend. I don't know why you're like this. You used to be so scared of me. I used to make a mention of it in previous videos. You're always running around, getting all crazy whenever I came around. Now, you don't leave me alone. You don't leave me alone. See, this one right here, your friend up in the corner here, that guy was so scared of me, he got stuck in there and he's never come out. I know, right? It's crazy. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop staring at me. Anyway, guys, okay, see, I'm making mistakes now because your beady little eyes are on me. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we're going to do now, seriously, if he's coming over again, he's coming back. He's coming back. I got nothing for you, friend. Okay, I'm going to try to avoid mistakes. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is run these pieces like that all the way down, and then we'll come up with a nice little pathway design, and we'll be just one step closer to finally integrating all the pathways to the green. He's back again. Anyway, let me work on this. And the steps leading up to the decks are all installed and ready to roll, and I think they're looking very nice. And of course, we built the deck on this back side, and this area is not going to be super wide because it's more of like a traveling area rather than a lingering spot where you might pull up a chair or different things like that. So that's why it's a little bit skinny here. And here's the walkway leading down to our future tennis courts, which we'll get to very soon. And then if we walk around the side here, we'll notice this is what we're working on. This is the little walkway leading down. Now, what I'm trying to figure out from here is how we take this path and the corresponding path on the other side and meet in the center. And with that, do we take some of our green lawns that we have in the front area and put them in here? Because originally, like I mentioned before, we were going to do that very organic and natural oasis feel, but that didn't work out, unfortunately. So I kind of have to rethink a little bit on how this bottom area is going to look. But other than that, I think this is good. Kind of cleaned up the cliff on that side over there. And yeah, everything is looking super, super fancy. And by the way, I figured out why that rabbit was harassing us earlier. It wanted my carrot. That is right. I forgot that rabbits chase you down for carrots. I haven't used carrots in a very long time for a food source. So he didn't like me. He just wanted something from me. But there we go. I think that's looking really fantastic. And I'm very, very pleased with the way this is all kind of coming out because it's kind of a fun little network of walkways and decks, and it adds a lot of verticality to the build, which is fantastic. All right. Now what we need to work on is two things: getting this pathway established, and of course, figuring out how these two pathways will meet up in the center. I think that's what I'm going to work on next. Welcome back, and as you can see down below, we've got ourselves a pathway, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm loving it. So let's hop up here and look down. Now, This area is the stone slab, similar to the way we did it in the front. And of course, the walkway going up to the deck is wood. But I don't know if I like that transition for some reason. It looks fine in the front, but out here, I don't know. Do you think it should be wood and we replace all the stone slabs with wood? I'm just not 100% sure. So I'm kind of opening it up to you guys to see what your thoughts are on it. I know for sure I'm going to go work on the tennis court and I'm going to come back to this a little bit later and hopefully look at it with fresh eyes. And I think that's one of the best things to do when you're doing something creatively, you know, in Minecraft or some kind of creative project. Outside of that is to always, if you're kind of stuck on something, just totally walk away. Just walk away and come back a little bit later, and I will guarantee you, you will see it in another light. So where we're at now is not the original location for the tennis court. I decided to move it to the right side, and the reason is it'll be a lot easier to terraform because this is going to be much bigger than the pool, and these guys up here would have been way up in the air on the other side, and that would have been a ton of terraforming. So it actually will save us a little time over here. So where do we want to start? Standing in this little spot here, we're going to go 30 blocks down and we're going to start the kind of the white lines that make up the regulation tennis court. So we're going to start working on that a little bit, and then it's going to hopefully be fairly close to what you could find as a proper tennis court. Now, where I'm going to differ slightly is I'm going to have a slight darker green on the outside line. Now, I don't know if that's regulation, but it looks better in Minecraft. So we're going to do it that way. So it's not all just one color. So something like that, I think is going to look really nice. Now over in this area, we're going to run just a little bit of standard terracotta. Look at how nice that looks. Oh, I love it. And then we'll sneak over here a little bit also. So yeah, that's looking really good. So what are your guys' plans for the holidays coming up? I have some fun plans, and I have a surprise for my parents. I'm going to take them on a vacation, and I finally got it planned fully today. And I posted it on Twitter and Facebook, but not Instagram because they look on Instagram. They all have Instagram accounts, so I have not posted it there. So I'm very excited about this. My parents could really use a vacation. They've gone through a lot, and they've done a lot for me, and I feel like it's just the least I could do to give at least something back to them. And I think it'll be really fun. They haven't been on a vacation for a very, very long time, and I think it'll be just a fun experience. Unfortunately, my brother isn't going to be able to go along with us. You know, my brother from all of our Minefair vlogs and TwitchCon, things along those lines. So yeah, he got a new job, so he's busy, you know, getting all acclimated to that. So that's really cool. We're really happy for him, but unfortunately, he won't be able to come with us, sadly. I noticed this on a regulation tennis court. I have this diagram over here. I'm trying to be precise. It has this little white line here. I don't know what it's for, but it's there. Also, I don't think that's actually in the middle. There we are. Well, wait, maybe not. Oh man, I'm gonna have to count this out properly, but hopefully you guys can get a little bit of a view on how kind of the colors are gonna start coming together and how the lines are gonna work. And of course we can put some nice lighting under the carpet to help keep things light and bright. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit later, and I'll see you in just a minute. Welcome back, and look at this beautiful course. It definitely gives off a vibe of tennis with the different colors and the white lines. I think it is looking really, really nice. Also, I've created another unintentional mob farm down here, so that's a thing. That's a thing. It was much worse earlier. Luckily, they've kind of given me a break for the clip here, if I can actually fly out of here. Can I? Thank you. Appreciate it. And we fly up to the top, and look at that thing. Oh man, this is looking really, really good. So where we're working now is the kind of white line. So this will be the net in the center of the court. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to space this out by about 5 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then from this one in the interior here, whoops, hello, we're going to run this all the way across here. Those mobs are absolutely driving me crazy. And then we'll line up with this straight across, and then we'll bring this inward like that. Yes. Oh man, this is going to be cool. So then from here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And do I do a 5? I think I do a 5. Yeah, I think so. So I'll run that guy all the way across like so. And I'm curious, can you guys guess where we were going to be going for our little surprise vacation for my parents? Let me know in the comments. #vacation. I want to know where you guys think we're going to go. You could probably guess, honestly. Yeah, I think this is definitely looking cool. So where we're going to have to move next is creating what we did over here on the other side. When I looked at tennis courts, they always have like 2 to 4. So that's what we're going to do. Let me go and build one more over there. Our dual tennis courts are now installed and ready for some play, and I think they give a little bit of a fun little human nature to the country club. As we talked about many times in building, it's always important to add that human element to any build. You can always build a nice looking structure, but you've got to add those little human elements that you instantly recognize as something. And for this case here, this of course is a tennis court. So I think that looks really, really fun and adds a lot to the build. And we'll throw in our last little post here and we'll put a little topper on there. So where we're going to go from here is we need to add maybe some kind of netting, some kind of structure there. So what I think I'm going to do for that is some kind of spruce leaves all the way around, and then just some fun little elements like a bench or something like that. I was trying to figure out if we could make like a tennis court or a ball of any kind, but it's easy to make a basketball. You can use like an acacia plank or something like that, but can't really think of a way to make a ball and a racket, but I think this looks really cool. So once we get the kind of the barrier built across here, we'll do a little bit of terraforming down here, down at our unintentional mob farm, which has been dismantled with our lighting because we have lighting installed there under the carpet. So that's looking good. Excuse me, this area has been closed. Thank you very much. But anyway, that's what we're going to work on, kind of terraforming this down, getting some leaves built up to create a little bit of a barrier, and of course finishing off the pathway here. But that is almost one section done. Next thing, of course, we're going to work on will be the pool. Taking a break from our project for a moment here, we're in the Nether in our new place to hide our Grian heads. I can't find anywhere better to put these in the Nether, and the location could be found with everything going on in the Nether right now, but I think we're going to be safe. I think at least until December 1st, we're going to be totally safe, because that, of course, is when the competition ends. So we got a decent amount from losing everything to getting back to this point. I'm pretty happy about this. And yeah, so I think we're good. Hopefully we can find a bit more of these, but let's go back to ConCorp Country Club, continue our project. I love our little hiding spot. I think it is going to be absolutely perfect, but we're flying over our now complete ConCorp Country Club tennis courts, and they are looking super fancy. Now, I'm still working on the terraforming kind of surrounding the area, but it is slowly starting to fill in. And this area looks really, really fantastic at night. So let's take a little land here. And Cub came over and he was like checking out the design and stuff like that. And he said, you know what you could use for tennis balls is slime balls. And that is absolutely perfect. So what we're going to do is hopefully hire Zombie Cleo to create some kind of tennis scene right here. You know, players playing back and forth. Maybe we can even have like a slime ball in midair. Oh, that would be, man, that would be really awesome. So yeah, so hopefully we'll do that. I might try my hand at the armor stands. I'm getting a little bit better at them, but it would be nice to have a professional at work there, making sure everything looks super, super fancy. Now down the staircase here, you'll notice there's some positioning blocks around here, and that's because this area is now going to be the putting green. So this is a place where you can do your practicing with the ball and the hole and all that good stuff. And Cub's gonna take on this, and I think it'll fill in this area really, really well and make this area really kind of pop and have a little extra detail, which is really nice. Also, Shulker Seashore here is, no, this is Shulker Beach. That's right, this is Shulker Beach. And it is, it's growing. And you might look at this and you might just be like, Scar, wait, did I bounce? Can you bounce on beds? Oh my gosh, my life has changed today. Oh, this might be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. You might look at this and you're like, this is so disorganized, but it's really good. Like right now, like I know I've got quartz here, right? Boom. I don't know what's in that box, but I'm sure it's something good. Over here, dies. Bam. I think there's dirt here. Yes, sirree. And wood. Yep, we got wood in there. I think there may be glass here. Yes. Haha. See, in this mess, I know where things are. It's actually fairly well kind of orchestrated. So yeah, I thought that was kind of amusing. But anyway, let's head over to the pool. And that's what we're working on now. And I am very, very excited about this. So we're going to be building a lap pool, right? Like pretty much an Olympic sized pool, except it might be a little shorter. So maybe like a 25 yard pool or something along those lines, or 25 meters. So yeah, so what we're going to work on is maybe 6 lanes. So that's kind of a general kind of competitive pool, if you will. And we'll have that all set up. We're going to have the black line down the center. We're going to have lane lines. We're going to have flags going across. It is going to be it's going to be really fun. So I'm going to start kind of getting some basic details down, you know, getting the gutters built. And one of the tricky things for the white color to, you know, create a nice looking pool is finding the right material. Now, quartz is expensive, but now that we have white concrete, that might be our new thing. We used to use snow back in the day to avoid using too much quartz. It was like a block saver. I think concrete might be our new option for this. So I'm going to start kind of digging it out and getting a good dimension set up for a pool. So I'll work on that and I'll be right back. Look at that giant white box there, looking super, super fancy. So it took a little while to clear it all out, but I think it was all well worth it, especially going down as deep as I did. I think that gives us a good depth there. And of course, here are the painted lines. Now, if you're unfamiliar, when you do like swimming in a pool like this, you'll have your lane lines that'll separate your lane from others. And what you'll do is you'll swim on this side of the black line, right? So say you have maybe like 5 people behind you, right? And you're going over here. What you'll do is you'll do some kind of a turn depending on the stroke you're going in. So say we're doing backstroke, right? We go over here, we do a little flip, and we come out, and then we launch ourselves off the wall there, and we'll go down this side of the lane, and it just creates order, right? You're just creating order in the lane so you can swim back and forth. And the biggest frustration would be like if you go to a public lap pool, right? And there's always like some elderly person like walking down the pool with like some buoys, and then inevitably they'll say, hey, can we just share one side of the lane? It's like, no, that's not how the order works. It's a pet peeve. And if anybody out there has that same pet peeve, please let me know. But anyway, this is looking great. So what we'll do is we'll do this design all the way across. And of course, we'll even do a center line so you can see where the half of the pool is. And yeah, this is really fun. So I cannot wait to see this thing filled up full of water. Scarians, take your mark. Get ready. Go! We've got ourselves a super awesome competitive lap pool here. And it is looking super fancy. And I loved in swimming, sometimes just going underwater and just being in silence. There was a little bit of a hum. I'm not sure. That might be your eardrum, but I'm not sure. But there was just a silence under there that was so relaxing and so peaceful until you ran out of air, and that kind of got in the way. But I loved it so much, and I love this little pool here. So there's definitely a few little things that I want to still do, but I don't have those resources yet, and that is lane lines, and I want to replace these iron bars with end rods, but I do not have any end rods to my name, and it is 11 at night, and I've got to wrap up this video so I can make it for the weekend because it's already 2 days delayed. So I've got to get it out to you. One other thing too, just small little things. I want to put some white carpet and then blue carpet, white carpet, blue carpet on each one of these just to give it a little bit more of a Vex vibe. And that's, of course, why we went with the light blue and the white for the flags, because it's very, very Vex colors, and I like it a lot. These, of course, are the blocks that you jump off for backstroke. You kind of hold on to these little guys. So I think this thing looks really, really cool. And if there's anything you think you could add to this, that would be awesome. Let me know in the comments. So hashtag pool ideas. And I want to see if you have any ideas for additional things we could add. So of course, like I said, we are going to have end rods and we'll waterlog. I think those are waterloggable. I hope they are. And then those will make perfect lane lines. I think it'll be really, really fantastic. So let's take one last look at this from above. This whole area has just truly been transformed in today's episode. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to get myself really high up in the air. There we are. We can see our tennis courts. We can see our pool over there. And eventually the terraforming will really match up with everything. But we got a huge chunk of our landscaping fun done today. And we'll finish up the rest of it on stream. So make sure you're following me on Twitch. But to wrap up today's episode, let's go give Rendog our offer back at the Central Rail Station. As Ren requested, the flag has been risen over the Grand Central Station with our logo and our proposal. So we'll open this up. Look at that delightful cake there, looking super fancy. And here it is. So we have gifts and the proposal here. And of course, we have our premium cakes, not standard cakes, but premium cakes, and some of our new product line here at ConCorp. That is TNT fire charges, which we need unique names for TNT and fire charge. Let me know what those should be. And to top it off, Tom Cruisin' rockets. That's 22 stacks of 64 in there. Those are some super awesome gifts. Also, I threw in the crate, the shulker box. So that's quite That's quite generous in my opinion. So let's read the book here. To the intention of Big Logs Incorporated, we thank you for thinking of ConCorp for your business. ConCorp has been on holiday break and has just received your business proposal. We here at ConCorp pride ourselves on a good work-life balance. You can apply today for employment opportunities at this fast-moving, forward-thinking company at any shop or factory. We will now pass this proposal on to our premium executive team. After the executive, legal, and board of directors have made a decision, we will pass it on to our shareholders to render a vote. You will hear back shortly. May the Vex be with you, Scar. There we are. So we'll have that to him very shortly in Vex time. And yeah, so there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos are the rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.